Right, hello everybody. I initially filmed this video in 5 different parts, and then I thought, nah, no one wants to see 5 back-to-back videos of guns being put over the chronograph, so I may as well do them all at once and make it one video, make it a little comparison sort of video. So, Stoeger XS20, Gamo Elite Maxim Swarm, Weihrauch HW77K, Remington Express, HW99S. Let's go, let's see who's most consistent and who makes most power. Right, setting up the Chrony. So I'm sure you'll work out where the battery goes, where to plug in, etc. Run your screen up out the way, but where you can see it. Make sure that your cable isn't any higher than where you're going to be shooting through. Have a decent backstop. Have some incandescent bulbs above your shades. And one important factor, make sure that you and anyone else in the room with you is wearing eye protection, because no matter what you do with your backstop, you're going to get a few pellets come back at you. So yeah, just make sure you're wearing eye protection, eh? Don't want anybody injuring themselves. Right, let's see what power the HW99S puts out. In the interest of variety, and to stop you getting bored with my voice, I'm joined by the owner of the HW99S, my wife's Uncle Colin.
So this is not for accuracy at the moment, this is the power of the...
Just the power output.
It's just the power output of this gun?
Yes.
Okay.
590.7. So we'll do a string of 10 shots, and then we'll get the average from that and work out what the average power output is of the gun.
The average?
Average, yeah.
And how many shots have we got to do to get?
I'm going to do 10 to work out an average. Yeah.
Okay.
$589.3. That's very consistent. The other thing you want to look at is the feet per second spread of it, because that shows you if there's any variations in the power output. Okay. You'll see it as a big difference in the velocity of the pellet being recorded.
That was roughly 590 to start with, wasn't it?
590.7 to start with, 589.3 now, so you're talking 1.4 feet per second variance, which is actually very, very good. 590.9. So that's a really rather good 1.6 foot per second spread over 3 shots. Let's see if we can get that over 10.
That's pretty consistent.
It's very consistent. Yeah, well, it explains why with the H&N Field Target Trophies the gun was so accurate. Although that said, with my BSA, we did have the situation in the science video. Check it out, where actually velocity spread didn't seem to make much difference. So we've got 589.5 there.
You got 2 up to now. You've had 2 just over 59 and 2 just under.
Yeah, yeah. So it's doing really well so far. It has to be said.
So
yeah, it's doing very, very well. Shot 5, 590. Excuse me, I got all emotional with that one. 591.5. So that's a bit higher, but it's still, it's still really good. I wish my HW99S had been this consistent. It might actually have been accurate then. .584.3. Okay. Yeah. Bit of a low one there. Bit of a low one. Not badly low.
What would that? The rifle itself, or the pellet, or mixture of both?
Bit of a mixture of both, and that's why you don't just base it on one shot. Okay. You base it on an average. Yeah. 585.7.
That's down a bit further.
That's a little bit higher than the last one. We'll edit that if I got that wrong, by the way. But it's still good. 579.2. Okay, we are dropping off now.
Yeah.
Initial promise. Interesting. I'll have to play back the footage and just make sure I'm laying it level each time. Because if you don't have the gun exactly straight as you're firing the shot, because of that upwards and downwards angle,
Okay.
you can actually vary the velocity that's being read. Hence why I'm being so careful about how I line it up.
This has got nothing to do with gravity, we take it.
Nothing to do with gravity, no.
Not as such.
It's to do with the angle, because if you've got it perfectly straight, then the distance that it has to travel over the two light sensors
Yeah.
is the distance.
shortest
Is that
you've got it.
measure? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have it at an angle, you've increased that
You've
distance.
increased it.
So you've increased the amount of time it takes for the pellet to shoot across.
Yeah.
Obviously, the device doesn't know what angle you've got the gun at, so it can vary the velocity being read.
Reading that router book.
I haven't gotten to that bit yet. That's a few pages too.
It's basically what you're talking about now.
There you go. It would appear that Jack Reacher and I share an awful lot of knowledge. What a scary thought. 588.9, so we're coming back up. And the last shot. Ooh, okay.
That's gone down
That's
quite a bit.
yeah, that's quite a bit lower. It's just, I know I've done R10, but I'm just going to put another one through. That is interesting.
But is this all on springs?
The gun, yeah, the gun uses a spring to fire the piston forwards.
Yeah.
574.5. What I'll do, I'll average that out. I'll give the high and the low, and I'll flash that up, and then we'll move on to one of the other guns. 11.2 foot-pound from a box stock gun. Well, what you do when it's cold outside, the fire, yeah, is delightful. But you go in the garage and you do some chronographing, don't you? I'm sorry everybody, it's another chronograph video. What can you do? What can you say? This is the Stoeger X20S. It's the gun that belonged to a dear friend of mine who passed away. I'm getting all emotional about it, so I'm going to shut up. Anyway, it belonged to him. It now belongs to his widow, and I'm just going to try and get it shooting a bit more accurately and consistently for her, because, as I said in my previous video, it's not very consistent at all. It does struggle. So let's run it over the Chrony and see what sort of power it's putting out. This is a 177, and we're going to use the almost inevitable H&N Field Target Trophy for no reason other than I had a tin of them open in the cupboard. So, oh, this awful chamber on it, and the skirt, I hope you can see that. The skirt's actually sticking out slightly. It's not going to do much for accuracy or power output. It's really needs the chamfer modification. Line it up, safety catch off, first shot, a bit further back, first shot. God, the length of pull on this trigger is unbelievable. 649.6, some way short of the magic 800.
Just for clarity, I'm in the UK, so the legal limit for an air rifle is 12 foot-pound. Anything higher than that is a firearm.
What's the consistency going to be like? That's almost more important. Oh, it's trigger. Before I fire off this shot, has anybody done the RC bearing conversion? Does it actually allow sprung-loaded return of the first stage, or is it the case that when you pull the trigger past the first stage, that's it then, you've got to pull it all the way? Because I've heard mixed reviews, and I'm not willing to do it if it's not actually going to solve any problems, or indeed it's going to leave the gun unsafe. So yeah, bit of feedback would be good, please, from people who've actually done it, not just read about it. Chrony as ever doing sterling service. I must get some of those illuminating diffusers though, because well, when the bulbs in those two lamps go, that's it. I can't get any more of those. First shot almost seemed reasonable, and now we're sort of flapping about a bit, as it were. Let's see what this shot brings us. Wind howling away out there, definitely not a day to be outside shooting, not air guns anyway. I'm one of those weird people, I actually quite like clay pigeon shooting when it's windy. Got the clay jumping about all over the place, it's great fun trying to predict it, but air gun shooting, nah, not for me. Rifle shooting, in the wind, depends on the distance. A person asked me once, what's your favourite distance to shoot at? And my answer to him was, as close as possible. And then I read Chris Kyle's autobiography and someone asked him the same question and he said as close as possible too. And I thought, oh okay, there you go. 632.5. Well, there we go, 10 shots. Can't do the mental arithmetic, so I will flash it up on screen, but definitely not full power, is it? Project-wise, I don't know. I mean, I'll strip it down because I promised that I'd do a video on it. I'll lube up the spring, make sure the piston seal's in good nick. I'll put it back together. If I can have some quick feedback about the RC bearing on the trigger, I'll do that. There's a bit of rust here and there. I think I reported that in a video a while ago, a bit rusty here and there, and I'm going to replace the breech seal. Actually, just while we're here, I'm going to test the breech seal on this gun. So, my patented method of testing the breech seal is pop a pellet in. I say patented, I'm full of rubbish there. Go to your closet. Get one of the 8 million packs of toilet roll that you probably bought during COVID, if you're anything like my wife. Don't tell her I said that. And pop it over, so you can catch off, there we go. Pop it over the breech area, because then, if there's air leaking out of it, we'll see it puff up. So, will it puff? Nope. Nope, no movement whatsoever. So, I'd have said that the breech seal is fine. I'm going to replace it because it looks a bit old and manky, but it's obviously not losing power there, so it's presumably just not making power in the first place.
These are been reading between 56 and 57, mate.
Yeah.
Give and take a bit.
Times 10.
What sort of figure should this be on?
Oh, God
What do
only
you
knows.
think?
God only knows. So probably about 540, I'd say, because I don't think this is running full power.
Oh.
This gun. Yeah, I don't think this one's running anywhere near This is my first time over the Chrony, I hasten to add, with this gun. By the way, I should have said to start with, this is the Gamo Swarm Elite, I'll have you know. I'm just loading the magazine as we're chatting away, killing time here.
How many there?
10 shots in the magazine.
Okay.
Yeah. So this magazine's actually running alright. Everyone may remember from my previous video I complained about the magazine. I was having trouble with loading it, so that magazine may be scrapped. This one is so far running okay. Probably have to take the other one apart.
You could just press the trigger 10 times now to fire them out.
Sadly not. No.
Oh, so there's still a time delay between each shot.
I've got to break the barrel between each shot.
Oh.
There we go. That's the magazine loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it, if it's just bang, 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 bang,
Well,
bang. Yeah.
I just assumed being as it was a...
Yeah.
What name it was.
No.
You still got to crack the barrel.
You still got to, yeah, break the barrel each time. And then
But do they do one where...
the CO2 powered guns you can get automatic fire, but not a break barrel. So, well, I don't know of one where you can break the barrel and then fire off 10 shots off of one charge. That would be quite funky, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, people out there. There's obviously a market for that. You get on with it. Right then, prepare for disappointment. Will I be crying? 568. Oh, I'm not. Okay. Let's see what the next one is. Place bets in the comments below.
That's 68, yeah. Okay.
What do you reckon the next one's going to be then, Colin? What's your bet?
I don't know. 566?
566. He's confident in the Gamo's abilities, isn't he? 570.3. Oh, okay. Oh, I doubted the mighty Gamo.
That's it, alright.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I reckon that other magazine must have been chewing the pellets then, in that case.
I take it this one should be somewhere near the same.
You reckon? Be interesting.
Maybe one or two either way.
568.3. Okay. Well, one or two either way. We'll give you that one, Colin. Getting excited now. Well, I say excited. I never get excited. Mrs. Vending will attest to that.
570 now should be.
567.8.
But to my little mind, these are all roughly seem to be about the same power.
They do seem to be. 566.7. Yeah. It just goes the magical powers of the H&N Field Target Trophy, doesn't it? Bloody good pellet. H&N, if you're listening or watching, get in touch. Love you. Please send me pellets, money, food, products, any of the above. All gratefully received. Yeah, that was a bit low, wasn't it? Well, I have to say, actually, this is doing pretty well consistency-wise. We've not seen any huge jumps. Yeah?
Back up a bit.
Yeah, but it's not bad, is it?
No. I suppose when basically what you are after is consistency, isn't it?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
You've basically got on with all of them.
Yeah. So far.
There's not that much.
Right, so that's shot 10, 564.6. We know it's shot 10. Now there was a review of the Gamo, and what the guy said was, when you've got that exclamation mark showing, then what you should do is fire a shot off into the dirt, because then you don't know whether there's a pellet in it or not. Well, how difficult is it to just pop the magazine out and have a look?
Well,
You've literally just fired the shot. You know. You won't take the magazine out. I mean,
but you're not supposed to fire it now without something in, are you?
Exactly. You shouldn't fire them without something. So,
Which
yeah.
is totally wrong.
Yeah, well, unfortunately that's YouTube for you. Now we've got the HW77K. Will it beat Colin's mighty HW99S? Let's find out. Again, we're using H&N Field Target Trophy to try and get the figures something like comparable. So 574.2. Oh, sure we line up properly. Safety catch. 561.6, jeez. Quite a variance. Just reckon.
To my little mind, thinking on bigger sort of figures, there's not much between them really, is there? Unless...
The
Or
thing
is
is, yeah, it does actually
There
make
is,
quite a
okay,
big
yeah.
difference, because
Sure, we'll explain a bit.
yeah, when we're doing the conversion, it does make quite a difference. You'd be amazed how you end up chasing those few feet per second to try and get a little bit more power. So as you can say, yes, I've got a full power UK air rifle. 562.
But again, it's pretty consistent, isn't it?
Well, not compared to that first shot. That's the thing, the first shot was what, 570 something, and now we're 562. So yeah, compared to the last shot it's consistent, but not compared to the first. See, it's 574.7, so we've shot back up again.
Yeah.
Keep reaching in front of the camera there. I do apologise, it's very rude of me. Nothing worse than someone reaching in front of you, is there? That's not even me doing a euphemism. Yeah, 565.6. Glad the Chrony keeps count of the shots, because I always forget to.
I've never gone into these sort of things in this sort of detail, so you know, this is all quite new to me.
To be honest, you don't really
Completely new, actually.
You don't really need to, unless you're actually testing guns and modifying them and making sure that what you've done is making a difference. 564.9, by the way.
But that
Then-
was minus a little bit again, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, compared to the last one, yeah. If you're chasing absolute consistency, absolute power output, all that sort of thing, then really messing about with a chronograph isn't necessary. Just all I'll say to the viewers is really, in the grand scheme of things, unless you're going into absolute precision with it, just get the shop to test the power output when you buy it to make sure it's legal, and then don't worry about it. Just find the pellets that are accurate and just crack on. Unless it's borderline when it was tested, in which case you might want to take your favourite tin of pellets that it likes best
Yeah.
back to the shop and get them to test it just to make sure it's still legal with them, because it's surprising how easy it is. If it came out of the shop at 11.9, you might just get yourself in hot water. Oh, safety catch. Okay. Shot 8, 563.6. Well, the calculation will find out what all this means. Safety catch. Shot 9, 576.8. I mean, look at that, that's shot up. Oh. Surprised we haven't had any errors yet. It's reading quite nicely.
Good.
You can get an error off of the Chrony if one of the panels doesn't pick up the pellet. And it'll come up with usually it's 2, because it hasn't picked it up on the back panel. Usually at the front's okay, it's the back one that plays up. 563.8. Okay. Well, that somewhat illuminating and possibly disappointing little session there with the 77. Surprisingly enough, Colin has gone quiet at this point. I think he's quietly gloating. Now we have the mighty Remington Express, £150. How will it compare against the others? Colin's got a cold, that's him blowing his nose.
I do apologise.
Right then. Annoyingly,
Now, is there anything special
Let's
about
do
this one or not?
anything special about this gun?
Yes, compared with the others.
YouTube, is there anything special with a Remington Express compared to the others? No, there's nothing special about it.
My
It's,
ignorance, I know that.
it's 150 quid. It's the. I will say this gun is the best of the budget guns.
Value for money then.
Value for money.
Yeah.
The Remington Express, to my mind, is the absolute pinnacle of value for money budget gun.
Well, you can't argue then, can you?
The optics they come with in the kit are rubbish, and so are the mounts, so you will have to upgrade them. But the actual gun itself is brilliant. I mean, a great little feature on these guns, viewers, you're probably not able to see it, resetting the safety catch. You've got a lever there,
Yeah.
and you've reset the safety catch. So, oh, you need to pull it round, there we go. Lift it up to vertical, drop it back down, and the safety catch is reset. So ping the safety catch off, pull it back up, reset the safety catch. Brilliant. Why don't more people think of that?
Yeah, and use that. This is just a budget gun as such.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's got some good features.
Yeah. It's quite accurate as well. I mean, it's nowhere near your 99.
No.
His 99, I hasten to add. Mine was terrible, but anyway. But it does the job. But let's see what it's like over the Chrony.
Yeah.
When I first chronographed one of these, they're running about 10.5 foot-pound. So let's see what it does. Oh, that trigger. That budget gun, beautiful trigger. 548.1, see? A lot lower. I reckon that's high 9s, 548. Just doing mental arithmetic, I'm probably way off.
But again, if you're going to put 10 shots, it's consistency again, isn't it?
Exactly, it's a consistency,
You
not...
know, once you know the consistency, you know what you can do with it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's 6 foot-pound, 6 foot-pound, 6 feet per second variation there. Oh, 564, look at that. Shot up.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's up comparable with the others. I will admit the Remington hasn't been used for a little while, so it could be she just needed to warm up a bit. The next shot will determine.
Oh, it should be 566 then.
You reckon? 566, says Colin.
Wrong again, Colin.
550.
Wrong again, well, the wrong way. $5.55 then.
555, says Colin. 549.
5 out, the wrong way.
You're jinxing my gun, you are.
It shouldn't be any lower than that.
You reckon? $550. Yeah, you're right. Oh, okay, 565.7. So
Yeah.
we are having the
Down
odd.
there, yeah, that said -8.
Oh, shot 8.
Eh?
Shot 8. That means.
Oh, that's just a shot.
Yeah, number 8 in the in the
Okay.
in the string.
Yeah. And that's number 9. Okay. That's near enough to 555 or something.
Oh, there you go. Only took a few shots to get there, but we got there in the end.
Well, I think they're going to be pretty consistent with this.
541.9, so that was a very low one to end on.
Yeah.
Right, well, there we go. I'll calculate the figures and flash them up on the screen, and everybody can be absolutely fascinated and go, wow, that was really interesting. Cheers, Nick, nice one. Got a summary on the screen here. I'm not going to patronise you by reading it out for you. 99S came out on top power-wise, 11.2 foot-pound. The smallest feet per second spread was the Gamo with 6.3. 77K in the Gamo, 10.47, bit disappointing. Remington Express, my god, 9.97. That Stoeger though, 7.82. Do I work on it or do I throw it in the bin? Give me some answers please, and some inspiration or something, because I think I'm going to give up. Right, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you could like, share and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. If you didn't like the video, drop a little comment to say why, and I'll endeavour to improve for next time. I look forward to hearing from everybody with your comments about, the results here. Looking forward to the conversation. Going to be good.